Most instructors assume they picked the wrong move, or they feel their students are just uncoordinated. But what if the movement isn't the problem at all? In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about cognitive overload and one simple shift that can completely change how your classes feel. Let's get into it. If you're a dance or fitness instructor who wants to grow your classes, boost income, and turn your passion into a real business, you're in the right place. Each week, I'll share the exact strategies, lessons, and truth smacks from building a thriving belly dance fitness brand. We'll dive into what actually fills classes and keeps students coming back so that you can build a profitable instructor career. So, lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes. It's time to build the business you deserve. I'm Orit, and welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. So, have you ever taught a class and suddenly the room looks like a frickin' traffic jam? If you've been teaching for any length of time, I'm sure you've seen this happen. And maybe it's a move with arms, or maybe it's a move with a turn, or maybe it could have been a directional change, whatever it is. 1 minute, everyone's got it, and the next minute, people are off, heading the wrong way, and looking around the room, figuring out what the heck just happened. See, most instructors assume it's the actual movement that's the problem, but a lot of the times it isn't. The real issue is that we've increased the amount of information the brain has to process all at once, folks. And you know with what formats I mean. Those formats that are sort of Zumba-esque, where everything is just thrown at them at once. Think about a simple step touch, folks. A student doing it in place is having a completely different experience than a student trying to step touch with the arms and then traveling at the same time, all while watching the instructor traveling through space, remembering the counts, and trying not to crash into the person next to them. See, the movement may be the same, but the demand on the brain isn't. And here's what I think a lot of instructors get stuck. We assume the answer is more repetition, more practice. Let's do it again, folks. But sometimes students don't need another repetition. Sometimes they just need less information. They need the movement organized differently. They need the complexity introduced gradually instead of all at once. Let's take something as basic as a 3-step touch. Most instructors think of it as simple, but even a 3-step touch requires timing, weight transfer, balance, coordination, and spatial awareness, right? If I were teaching it, I'd probably start with a march so everyone can find the beat. Then I'd introduce the 3 steps and a touch. Have them settle into that rhythm. Once they've got that, I'd have them traveling forward and back. Then I'd layer in the arms. Notice what's happening. The physical challenge hasn't changed much, but the processing demand has. And that's usually where you learn whether students truly own the movement or whether they're still trying to organize the movement. See, this is not criticism of the student. It's simply how learning works. Straight up, it's that simple. The skill didn't disappear. The brain just got asked to manage more information than it was ready for. And to me, this is one of the most important skills an instructor can develop, knowing how to organize movement so students experience success before complexity. Because students don't quit because they're incapable. Most of the time, they quit because they're overwhelmed. And great teaching helps prevent that from happening. So the answer isn't to teach less. It's to stop teaching everything all at frickin' once. You get my drift? So if you've wondered why some students pick up movement quickly while others struggle, or why your classes feel chaotic when you add a complexity, this is exactly the kind of teaching skill we work on inside the Sharkey Instructor Academy and the Sharkey Beat and Block Coaching. I'd love for you to come into my world. Just click the link in the show notes and I'd love to hop on a chat. All right, folks, until next episode, I want you to go and kick ass.